All right. I'm pulling it. I'm getting it over. I'm moving all this stuff. Dude, what are you? I got all this. All that money. I'm moving. Look at all this. I'm moving all the money back. What are you talking about? I recouped all the money that I lost. What are you talking about? Yep. Yeah, you see it? Joe's here. What is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sport podcast. And yeah, we don't use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. Joe, Mark, what are you doing with all that money?
You lost in Bitcoin.
Yeah. No, I got some of the money back, Joe.
Oh, is this how I got this drink? How you feeling me?
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, fancy. You know what I'm
saying? You pegged me as a pink drink kind of fella. I think that.
It's not.
I think he's making fun of you, bro.
Strawberry. It's not bad, you know. Not bad.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Joe.
Okay.
I like the pink drink. Don't let Mark bully you. I'm not being a bully. I'm just saying. I mean, pink really brings out the color of your eyes.
Hey. Well, I guess I'm a part of the girl club then. Who knows?
But that doesn't really answer the question here, Mark. Where did you get all this? Yeah. I started using honey. No. Using honey now. I've got some money now. No.
You cashed out on the stock, didn't you?
We're not doing the honey thing. No affiliate link. No, you're not downloading an extension from us. We're not involved in those type of scams. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Wait, what? Yeah, it's the whole scam where all the you use our link to download this thing and put it on your personal computer, and that seems totally safe. Yeah, you're not doing those things. You're not collecting money that way. That's not what this podcast is about. We're not into the affiliate link scams. We're not going to be involved in no more Bitcoin, crypto. I'm not. That's not what I meant. What do you mean you got this from? What do you mean? I don't understand. And how did all of this come from honey? I found some bees. What? Yeah. You know, like.
I know it. I know
like
it is. I know it is. You went on Amazon and you got a hold that company bees come to make the fake money. That's what that is, ain't it? It's fake money. It's fake.
Fake. I don't. You know how like there's Burt's Bees. Yeah, I'm aware of Burt's Bees. Yeah. Well, I got Mark's Bees. You do not. That's not it. Okay, I don't know where he got all this money from. I just told you I've been using honey.
Hey, Mark.
It doesn't make any sense.
Mark. I understand he does not want the money, but if you want to, I'll come and grab it from you and put it in safekeeping. Okay.
You see that? There was a $2 bill in there.
It was a $2 bill. I did see that $2 bill.
It is a $2 bill in there. Where did you get it? Why are there so many of those?
Hey,
I don't.
Some of the $2 bills are worth money. Just be careful now.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, all $2 bills are worth money, Joe. They're at least worth $2. Good grief. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Don't Say the F Word. Thanks for checking us out live on Instagram, YouTube, or Spotify, or wherever you're at. MySpace. Maybe they're on MySpace. Okay, I don't even think that's even possible. I don't think. Is it still something?
The last thing I know about MySpace is like a music site. You listen to music, artists.
Wasn't that originally what it was supposed to be anyway?
No, actually, it's supposed to be like it was supposed to be the Facebook, but then they start having like a little page where you add music.
MySpace was first.
MySpace was first.
Yeah. But wasn't it originally supposed to be a music thing? Not
it was supposed to be there to get together friends. That's about it.
That explains why he doesn't have one.
Hey, everybody had Tom as their favorite friend the first day. Tom was your number one friend.
I think Tom unfriended the big guy. Dude.
Nah, Tom can't unfriend nobody. Tom was automatically your friend no matter what. Unfriend or not, he'll still be there.
You know what, Mark? We're gonna put you on your. Where's your stand? Here we go. Just
Mark, you out there? Ooh, attention hall.
Yeah, I wonder why he has that look on his face. Because his seat is a post. All right. Anyway, Joe, I don't know really where to start at for the week in pro wrestling. So I don't want to start with what's happened this week.
Okay.
I want us to start with predicting the future. You are Mystic Joe. Mystic Joe shirt is available at our merch table. Link is in the bio. Mm-hmm. All profits go to our local dog kennel. Me and Joe get none of the money. That's not where Mark gets any of his money. All goes to the dog kennel.
I'll go.
All right. So, let's talk about what's going to happen in the future. And let's talk about who the most likely candidates are to dethrone Cody Rhodes.
Okay. I would say top 3. KO. I would say Roman, but they are.
Yeah, give me your
back and forth.
3. Give me your 3, then I will give you my 3, and then we'll talk about Bleacher Report's 3.
Okay. If they did it right, KO. I'm going to say they might want to do the new beast, so we'll put Carmelo Hayes in there. And then possibility Cena.
All right. So you have Kevin Owens, Carmelo Hayes, John Cena. So are you going with those are your top 3 who you would like to see as the possibilities, or who you think are likely possibilities?
Those are my likely, but if I had to do it, if I know the system would probably do Roman, KO, Randy.
So, for me, I would think who I would like to see is just I think if they would have done KO at Saturday Night's main event, that would have been a kind of cool spin.
Mm-hmm.
I think that not doing that kind of leaves a lot to be desired. I like that they're having him walk around with the winged eagle. I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't pull the trigger there, so maybe KO not a realistic possibility for beating Cody Rhodes. So I would say Rock.
Okay, you say Rock.
Because I feel like that's kind of where they wanted a Rock versus Cody to happen already. I think that's why The Rock got that People's Championship belt. Is to eventually be The Rock, hey, I'm the People's Champ, not you, Cody. So, I think Cena is a damn good option. I definitely think we have to see Cody versus Cena. I think that definitely has to happen. And then who I would like to see do it is Randy Orton. If, let's say, we we have Cena win the World Heavyweight title. And then we have Randy beat Cody. Now we could have the chase of, does Randy get a shot at Cena? Can Randy be the guy to put Cena down and send him packing? Which if Cena were to win again, and then Randy were to win against Cody, then Randy beats Cena, then Randy and Cena are tied again, right?
Let's see. Randy, if Cena wins, he'll be 16, beat Rick. 17, he'll beat Ric Flair.
Randy's at 14.
He had 14, so he'll be 15.
If he beats Cody, he'll be 15.
He'll be 15.
So then if he chases down Cena and beats Cena, it'd give him 16, and it would leave Randy with one more to tie Cena as an all-time great, as the all-time title leader if we were to run Cena with the title.
That is correct. He'll be neck and one neck if Cena wins. And if your theory happens, that's where it'll be at. Yep.
So for me, Randy's the one who kind of delivers the most excitement. I would prefer it to be a Randy heel turn, but I'm a little iffy on if it's Randy versus Cody, if Randy would be the heel. Because as fickle as wrestling fans are, I kind of feel like there's a huge chunk of the fan base that's kind of turning on Cody a bit, and perhaps Cody's kind of a little more heelish with the way he beat Kevin Owens, because let's just put it out there. Kevin Owens didn't cheat against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes cheated to beat Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Kevin never used the chair. Did he try? Sure, but he didn't. Cody used the chair intentionally and hid the evidence to get the victory. That's what a heel does. That's not what the babyface does. So then it would lead one to wonder, is Cody a babyface or is Cody a heel? And then if you put him against Randy, is Randy the babyface or is Randy the heel? And I think if you did it next week, I think Randy would be the babyface. And I think Cody would be the heel.
Randy as of right now is definitely a babyface.
Yep.
He's definitely a babyface.
But if you do Randy versus Cody, who's the
Cody
babyface, who's the heel?
I'm going to say they're going to boo Cody.
Yeah, they'll boo Cody, right?
I'll say this. He'll be like the John Cena. The kids will cheer for him, but the adults will boo him.
Yeah. I think you're right. Big shout out. We got Rate My Wrestling is joining us live on Instagram. They are our official ratings partner. So all of our ratings we share for the shows throughout the week are done by Rate My Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, shout out to Prince 99 Coffee. Promo code Don't Say the F Word, save yourself 10%. Now let's go on to our friends at Bleacher Report.
Oh, boy.
Bleacher Report. Donald Wood over at Bleacher Report did an article ranking WWE superstars most likely to dethrone Cody Rhodes.
Oh, boy.
Gave 3. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I kind of figured that.
Randy Orton. Both of which made our list. And they threw in one that neither of us selected. And they said Roman Reigns.
I knew Roman was going to be... See, the only reason why I didn't pick Roman, because they already done had that fight. They already had this feud, so...
So, we talked a while back that we thought WrestleMania was going to be Roman versus Cody. They were going to run it for a third time.
Nah.
Do you still feel that way?
Nah. I think it's going to be that favor.
You think it's going to be CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes?
I think it's that favor. Wherever that favor is.
So you think it'll be Punk versus Cody?
I mean, if you want to be on the second show, the second night of the main event, there's a favor.
I still stand by my statement. CM Punk never main events the second night of WrestleMania.
I'll just say it's got to be 1 to 2. He'll still be a main event WrestleMania. Night 1 or night 2, he still will main event. If it's night 2, that's definitely saying something.
You know, night 1 I think is possible. Night 2 I just don't really see them giving it now. But hey, man, I could be wrong. It's Triple H era. You know, maybe bygones are bygones, and hey, it's okay. So, riddle me this then.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, do you feel as though you could book the main event of night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania?
I could.
Okay. Who do you have?
Okay. If I was to do it right, I would say I would say CM Punk goes on and wins the Rumble. You know, he got his little choices to who he face. Nah. Let's just take it back. I'll say this. Drew Gunther, night 1. What they say? Drew wins the Rumble again, 2 times.
Now you're going to book Drew to win the Rumble? You're switching gears?
Because I thought, think about it, because Cena's going to be at the Elimination Chamber. So if he's going to be in Canada that day, he's probably going to be in the chamber itself. So he's probably going to lose and probably win in the chamber match.
Okay.
And then you got Mr. Healy's Drew try to tell Cena that he shouldn't deserve to be in the main event. And then, booyah, Cena challenges Drew for the spot. And then, you know, Cena loses his spot. That's how Drew gets in the main event. Because he says he is there to win, to go on, and Drew beats him. Heelish Drew takes the spot.
So you're saying night 1 is Drew versus Gunther?
Yes.
So you think Gunther's going to keep that belt till Mania?
That's right.
Then night 2 would be who?
Night 2. Gonna be crazy, but we'll just say a good old American triple threat. Cody, Punk, Roman.
Really? So you don't have The Rock at Mania in Vegas?
I don't have The Rock at Mania Vegas.
Wow.
Even though I do like The Rock, but I just feel if The Rock won't be at Mania, he should be like Cena and just clear out the whole entire schedule for 2025. Because Cena doing a full-time run.
Yeah, he's going to be full-time. He's going to be at everything.
Everything.
Crazy. So I'm a little torn on my night 1.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think Gunther keeps that title until Mania. Part of me wants to say it's Gunther versus Cena.
Okay.
But I think there's a chance of it being Gunther versus Punk. Chance.
Mm-hmm.
My night 2, I think the main main event's going to be Rock versus Roman. And it's going to be co-mained by Cody versus somebody, but I don't think Cody Rhodes is the main event. I think Rock Roman is the main event. Which frustrates me, as you know. I think your world champion is supposed to be your main event, but I don't think it will be. If it's Rock versus Roman, I think that's the main event, especially in Vegas. I could see CM Punk night one, but there's also a part of me that doesn't know if this story is CM Punk gets a title and his run with WWE. Only a year and a half in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he won't touch the world title again in WWE. I may have said that previously. I'm not sure. Someone can fact check me. I may have gone on a CM Punk rant and said he wasn't going to be a world champion again, but I could see it, but I don't know if I could see it at Mania. Maybe not Mania 41 in Vegas. Maybe if he can behave for a full 2 years and not create problems, maybe. But time will tell. I have these noted so we can go back. I'll post it on the whiteboard.
I can say this. If Cena was to win the title, like I said back a few months ago, it would have to be SummerSlam. So you have it for a few months to end of that contract.
Yeah. I did see that there's expectation for Drew to be a big player in WWE in 2025. So I think we can see Drew back in that world title scene, but I think he's going to have to be the bloodline killer for a minute. And I think that could keep him out of a world title shot come Mania, because he could be tied up with some other bloodline story drama, whatever that may be, after we have Tribal Combat at Raw and Netflix, which get your Netflix and Raw shirt at our merch table. The link is somewhere.
Yeah.
All that out of the way, Joe. All that's out the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the week in pro wrestling.
Okay. I can say this for the week of pro wrestling. Some things make sense, and some things just didn't make sense.
There's a lot of ups and downs in the week of pro wrestling, man.
This week
we can start in the beginning, work our way through. We can bounce around. How do you want to go? What show do you want to talk about first?
Okay. I'll say this. I'll start with SmackDown.
Oof.
We'll get SmackDown to work.
SmackDown. So our ratings partner, Rate My Wrestling. On Instagram, you guys can go give them a follow. They do all of our ratings for the shows. They cover all the main shows. They gave SmackDown a 34. It was the lowest rated wrestling show of the week by Rate My Wrestling.
I'm just going to say this. I could barely watch. I had more fun playing with my cousins and my child because I had sleepover y'all Friday night. Okay. Yeah, I had sleepover y'all. So my little 9-year-old cousin stayed the night Friday night. So and I'm trying to watch SmackDown while they playing and stuff. I had more fun playing with them, arguing with them than the show because normally I'm not that person. Normally I'll be on to the show, but then it was just that I wasn't feeling show that week. I was not feeling SmackDown, and Johnny Gargano. Oh my goodness, his heelish turn is it ain't the greatest.
Well, let's be honest, Joe. Johnny's never been a great heel.
Yeah.
I mean, he can come off kind of snarky, but he's not by no means is he a heel's heel. Like, he just doesn't. He ain't got that.
But I would say the only thing that was good about SmackDown was Drew and the Bloodline. Yeah.
Drew and the Bloodline was good. I'll be honest now. Do I agree that it should be the lowest rated show of the week? I absolutely do. There was nothing fantastic about SmackDown, but it was not unwatchable.
It's good.
It was a wrestling TV show. It was taped last week. It wasn't live, so there shouldn't have been any expectation for the show to be fantastic and great. I will say I think the Braun Strowman segment. I've seen a lot of people say that it was the worst segment of the Triple H era. I don't know if that's. Do you think that's fair?
No, I say this. I thought it's only fair because it was taped and they wanted to get everything done in the rest so they could go home to the family and have that good 3 to 4 day weekend off.
Yeah,
So
it being taped, I didn't have huge expectations. I just didn't. Granted, there could have been more to it. But hey, what are you gonna do?
And plus with the whole Trinity Naomi being the champion now, I need to deserve to win this belt or earn this belt. Don't just hand it to me. I need to earn it. And but I can say I'll just wait for Tiffany to cash in that briefcase. That's all. That's all I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for Tiffany.
And when do you think that's going to happen?
I say she'd be the first woman to cash in that money at WrestleMania. The first woman.
Huh. I mean, that would be interesting, right?
Yeah.
I can see that. I could definitely see that. I don't know. It's a struggle for me. It's just hard to believe me and your sister were talking about this. There's no believable contender against Nia Jax. Mm-hmm. I don't believe failed models are going to beat up Nia Jax. I just don't buy it. And the whole thing in pro wrestling is I need to be able to believe it. I got to be able to suspend my disbelief and believe what I'm being shown. It's just not believable.
The only way somebody could beat Nia Jax is they did the Edge angle where Edge got hurt. He needed to get the belt off of him, and that's when, good old CM Punk had the briefcase cast in.
Yeah.
And Edge. Yeah. That's probably going to happen.
That could work.
Naomi got to get. Nia Jax got to get hurt.
Something. They got to do something. Because, there's just no way to believe that. No one's going to hit Nia Jax with a surprise roll-up and beat her for her title. I don't see a way they present that to me in a way that, I buy it. Maybe you put her in a cage match with somebody and have her, take a beating in the cage match. She pulled off that victory and then you do a cash in. But otherwise, she should be booked as just a dominant pro wrestler because there's no one on the roster who's a believable opponent. It's just not realistic. You said that the only good thing for you from SmackDown was the Bloodline Drew segment. And subject of the Bloodline, there's talk that WWE may be creating a Bloodline Tribal Chief Championship.
I heard about that.
I
hope they don't do it.
I agree. It's just too much. Let's just stop making belts for the sake of making belts. We already have the greatest Rumble Championship belt that's never been defended. We have the Crown Jewel titles that are nonsense. We've made mid-card titles for everything. People talk about AEW having too many belts. WWE just makes shit up on the fly. It's like UFC did the BMF title for no damn reason. It's like that. It's like making interim titles for no reason. It's a lot of nonsense and hooey. There's a lot of hooey.
I will say this. They got the Olaf. If I said it right. That's the
Ulafala?
The Ulafala. There we go. That's all I need to worry about is that. They don't need no belt. a belt that's probably going to be around for what, maybe a month or a week. That's it. That's not it.
Well, we also had the fact that The Rock's walking around with the People's Championship.
Well, that's different. He's been calling himself the People's Champ for years. Now he finally got his own belt, so it's kind of different. It's like Zack Ryder when he had the internet belt. There we go.
I don't know. I hope they don't do it. We don't need a tribal chief title. My opinion.
Mm-hmm. But man, I heard about that tribal chief belt. It's gonna be a bad idea for everybody to have a tribal chief belt.
Yeah, I would not be a fan of it. But I can see them doing it because you can sell replica titles. Do we want to talk AEW shows all encompassing, excluding Rampage? I didn't catch Rampage.
Okay. Do that. Yeah.
Our ratings partner, Rate My Wrestling, gave Dynamite an 86, gave Collision an 84. The two highest rated shows of the week were AEW shows, and I couldn't agree more.
I'll go with it. Yeah. That sounds fair. I'll go with it. That sounds fair.
All right. I enjoyed Collision. I thought it being in the Hammerstein Ballroom was really cool. That arena looks fantastic. We could touch on Ring of Honor a little bit. I don't know if you caught Ring of Honor Final Battle at all.
I saw it. What's it? The Commanders, the TV champion, Jericho.
And Brian Cage retained. He kept it. We had there's some good matches. We had Black Machismo came back.
That was funny.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what AEW can do with Ring of Honor.
They can't do nothing.
You think it's not able to be saved?
I'll say this.
Ring of Honor got a 63 rating this week for Final Battle. I don't know how you people.
What's a good way to say? I'll say this: if Ring of Honor kept the original person that ran it, it'd be good like it used to be. But COVID, financial, couldn't do it. I can understand. But as of right now, Ring of Honor is just there because WWE just wanted the library because majority of the stars are in WWE right now that made Ring of Honor. And then in AEW, but the ones everybody knows the most. And plus, if they did go to the vault, the WWE library, you can watch any Ring of Honor anytime you want, and it'd be great. But then again, you got to think about 80 people not having a job. Hey, so you got to do something.
Yeah, I think it's good that Tony Khan bought it and has the library. I don't know if it would have been better served if WWE had bought it and put it on the network or Peacock. I like that Tony's still trying to do Ring of Honor shows. I think there's a way for it to be good. I just don't know how you make people care, just because there's so much wrestling, and it's not necessarily presented to be different from AEW, and I think that's kind of the problem. I think the crossing over, nothing's exclusively Ring of Honor. If it's Ring of Honor, it's also AEW, and I think that's actually the problem.
I'll say this: the only person that hasn't been on AEW is the women's champion of Ring of Honor. She just ain't been on there since that they started Ring of Honor. You ain't never seen her on there yet. Ever since she got the belt, she been on with Ring of Honor, nothing else. She ain't never been on AEW ever since then. But
Yeah.
But I can say, if I had the power, if I was in control, I would just say nicely, respectfully, it's just time to shut that little door and just bring everybody in Ring of Honor over to AEW, retire all those nice belts, give them to the truthful champions that deserve that belt so they can have it as a memorial, you know.
Just have it as a memorial.
you know, like I would say give Mark the tag team belts, you know, so he can have it. Give who was it? Well, I want to know. Jay should keep the world title and TV title. I don't know who had the Ring of Honor TV title the most, but that's what they should do. Because really, if you think about it, nobody really talks about Ring of Honor. They don't even talk about their pay-per-views or anything that much. They just say AEW Collision, watch it here. They don't talk about pay-per-views.
There's good matches. There's good in Ring of Honor. I just think it's hard to get people to care. Like, WWE can't make me care about NXT. I don't know how AEW can make me care about Ring of Honor. Because I feel like that's the comparable. And like I've said a million times, Ring of Honor should be treated like the developmental of AEW.
And that's what NXT is doing, developmental.
Yeah. And I don't know. I hope they can find a way. I think it'd be great for there to be an avenue there. Recently, the owner of GCW last night at Collision was passing out flyers for a GCW event. I'd be curious to see if we end up seeing a GCW invasion of AEW or Ring of Honor, one or the other. That would prove to be kind of interesting if they were to go that route. I don't know if Tony Khan would work with GCW in that way. I would prefer to see Ring of Honor invasion of AEW. Like, take 2025 and draw a hard line between what's Ring of Honor and what's AEW. And you have the Bucks go back to Ring of Honor like we talked about last week. And then you do a Ring of Honor invasion of AEW. But I believe over Jericho having the Ring of Honor title and being on AEW TV, it doesn't make me care about Ring of Honor.
But where is Ring of Honor going to go when they do that streaming deal? They never brought that up.
I don't know. I've seen things that it's rumored that they've been in conversation with Fox for either an AEW show or a Ring of Honor show. So you could possibly see it go to Fox. If they do that, hopefully they go to Thursday night, not Friday night. I think trying to go head-to-head with SmackDown would be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can go head-to-head with SmackDown on network TV, AEW on Friday nights on Fox, and SmackDown on USA, man, there's a chance AEW could pull out that ratings.
I don't know.
Fox is in more homes than USA. You can get on Big Fox.
I can get on Fox. I can get on USA more than Fox.
Really?
Yeah, on the Sling app, you get on USA. But with the Fox, you gotta wait a week to watch the recap of that live show of SmackDown.
January 1st, man, the AEW is going to Max. I don't know who's got that streaming service. I don't got that.
I don't got that neither.
But I don't got any cable. So I have Hulu. I have Netflix. I think we have Amazon. We have Prime Video. But again, I mostly watch YouTube. I catch all my wrestling shows a different way. So I don't think my ratings count.
That's all good. But I say this. They just need to put, what's a good way to say this? All the TV shows on one streaming service and not multiple. Just to say,
dude, man, that's a scam. The streaming services are more expensive than cable. It used to be you go to get some streaming services and save some money. Now there's so many for everything, and you got to have. I have Peacock still. But man, I don't know. We mostly watch YouTube. We watch YouTube more than we watch anything else.
No, that's the sad part about it. I talked to my dad one day. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm watching some YouTube." He's like, "Me too. There ain't nothing on TV no more." I'm like, "I know."
Here's why I watch YouTube so much. I pick what I watch. Mm-hmm. If there's something I want to know about, like right now, there's a YouTube video. There's a channel. Someone's made a video about whatever it is I'm interested in the moment, or whatever my ADHD hyperfixation is. You know, if it's building Gundams, there's a million YouTube channels about this. ABC, NBC, USA, Fox, you're not putting out a show about this.
Hey.
If you're a pro wrestling fan and you want to know about some pro wrestling, you can tune in Don't Say the F Word right on YouTube.
If you want a good channel, watch Toy Box. There you go.
Toy Box?
Yeah, Toy Box.
Check that out. Joe's shouting out other channels. Look at it.
Well, I just followed them because, there was this transformer I needed help trying to transform, and the instruction manual wasn't that great. But the guy, I was listening to him, he showed me how to do it. He said the instructions are trying to trick you, but do it this way, twist. I'm like, bam.
See, if you're trying to figure anything out, you just want to learn about something, then YouTube's the spot.
Yeah.
So I think it's really hard for things to compete. That's why when people talk about ratings, you hear someone like Eric Bischoff talk about ratings. Man, WCW wouldn't have stood a chance of doing the ratings it did back then. Today, there was no competition like this. There's so much stuff competing for our eyeballs that it's very difficult for anyone to pull in ratings. And like I said, I generally don't watch an entire wrestling show live. I'll start it, and I'll fall asleep, and then I'll watch the show in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I say this. Also with YouTube, if you follow the right person, just saying, I'm not gonna say names, but they'll show the clip of the show and it go back and forth, so they get that little time slot so they don't get banned. So they know how to.
You're right.
They know how.
That's risky business, man. Especially if you're doing something good.
They know how to do it. But then when it comes to the live pay-per-views, that's where the tricky part is, because you got two people sitting down telling you everything that happened, and you trying to picture it, but it's kind of hard to picture. You want to see it, but they can't do it because they'll get hit copyright. So.
And that's why I think it's hard to do watch. Like, there's some channels out there that are good at doing watch-alongs for wrestling, but it's not. I don't feel like we could do it well. I'm not a commentator. It's not what I can do. I don't think. I don't know. I've never tried it exactly, but it doesn't seem like that's for me.
Yeah. Because I watched a couple of people do live pay-per-views, with the AEW the first couple times, and listening to them, you can hear it, but then they just go off in the space talking about something else. You just want to know what the whole match is doing. But yeah, I don't think that'd be a good idea to do a live interaction on a pay-per-view. Cause that's a lot of sitting down time, looking at TV, telling people what's going on. Oh my God, here comes Tiffany with the Money in the Bank briefcase. She's about to cash in on whoever.
Yeah, some people are really good with those types of reactions on things, and I'm just not. Yeah. I don't think my reactions are that great. I don't think.
There you go.
We talk about AEW having the highest rated shows of the week from our ratings partner, Rate My Wrestling. AEW also announced this week that the entire AEW pay-per-view library and every episode of Dynamite are all coming to Max for streaming. Additionally, according to Variety.
That's what I don't like. I don't like the last part. I know what you're gonna say. I don't like that last part.
That they valued AEW at $2 billion.
No, that you would have to pay extra to watch their pay-per-views.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to throw in the pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Because it's still a legitimate pay-per-view. So that's not going to be thrown in there. And I don't think anyone should expect it to be. And, the reason I seen a post about what it costs to be a fan of the UFC now, to watch every pay-per-view and all this stuff, and it's like, I forget how much it was. It's like $1,500, $1,700 a year to watch everything on the UFC. And, watching wrestling is the same. The streaming services are a lot. If you're paying for the AEW pay-per-views, they can be a lot. I think WWE was smart to go to premium live events and control everything on the network and charge $10 a month and get all these eyeballs and eventually be able to sell all that, because at that time the pay-per-view buy rates were dwindling. So, again, numbers never lie, but liars use numbers. So if you can take away that metric, you no longer have to report it. Okay. We're not having pay-per-views as premium live events, so I don't have to tell you what pay-per-view buy rate is, and I don't have to share any of that money.
I was happy. With $10. I bought it. Because
but now, AEW valued at $2 billion, making it the third most valuable combat sports company in the world. Do you think that's realistic at all, that it's valued at... Again, a valuation doesn't mean it can sell for that. I shared the story and somebody said, hey, no one's paying $2 billion for AEW. No, I wouldn't think so.
I'll say this. I wouldn't put them in the top 3, maybe in the top 10, but I'll say $2 billion.
I would say probably 5. Again, though, it's what they're considering as the valuation, because Ring of Honor is part of that valuation. And there's a lot with that library, if you have used effectively. There's a lot of talent. You can do a lot of shows. There's a lot of money that can be made. Not necessarily that they do it how all of us fans think we would do it if we had a wrestling promotion. But, what are your top combat sports? You have WWE's, TKO, I guess. But I think I'm going to break up WWE, UFC, BKFC. Probably Bellator, PFL.
Yeah.
I guess I'd probably go AEW, probably be 6th.
What about, don't they count jiu-jitsu and everything?
Well, there's no real profitable brilliant Brazilian jiu-jitsu or even just submission grappling organization.
No.
There's a few out there, but I wouldn't say they're not in the top 10 for combat sport. They're not bringing in a lot of revenue. I guess you probably have to include Jake Paul's boxing promotions. Boxing brings in. Yeah. I don't know if I'd say they bring in what AEW does, but it probably brings in a lot of money. I certainly think AEW is within the top 10 for sure. Is it 3rd? I think that's a reach. I definitely think that's a reach.
Well, if their number saying it's 3rd, I can't argue with it, because they got the numbers. They see.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know. It just seems hard to fathom that they would be 3rd. But, man, maybe they are. I think it'd be great if they were. Could really shut up Eric Bischoff, but
I would say that maybe they didn't have Ring of Honor combined with AEW, they probably wouldn't be 3rd. If they were to break it down, it wouldn't be 3rd.
Joe, we talked to AEW, we talked to WWE, we briefly mentioned Ring of Honor. I don't think there's much to say about NXT this week, but it brings us to our of the week awards. So, Joe,
okay.
Who was your wrestler, match, and show of the week?
Okay. Now, my wrestler of the week, I'm just going to say this right now. This is normally not my cup of tea, y'all. I'm just throwing it out there right now. I'm just saying it right now. It's not my cup of tea, but I got to give it to Darby, y'all. I got to give it to Darby this week, you know.
Darby got your wrestler of the week? Was it the bump off the entrance on Collision last night that did it for you? Before
it was
the match even started?
No, it was the Wednesday night when he got that coffin drop and to the edge of the ring. Oh,
yeah, that was. Him and Will Ospreay had a great match Wednesday night.
Yes, and then when that style class off to the ring, I was kind of hoping he did it right there on the edge of the ring. Tell you the truth, I was like, I see him kept trying to get off
the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah, I seen him trying to get edgy, like trying to measure, like trying. Then he said, "Nah, we gonna let him Matt."
You mentioned that match. That match was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my wrestler of the week. It's the first time this person's been my wrestler of the week. Yep, it's a new one. And this person was not victorious in either match. They wrestled on Dynamite and Collision, and they lost both their matches. My wrestler of the week is the Beast Mordos. Dude, honestly, he puts on a great match. His opponents end up looking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like it's a squash match. Like, he presents himself and his moveset. I know that's going to upset CM Punk. I know he watches the show. His moveset, man, it's impressive for a guy his size. The matches have been consistently entertaining. Mm-hmm. The crowd at the Hammerstein Ballroom was chanting for him in his match against Mark Briscoe. There were beast chants. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
With that, neither of his matches are my match of the week. My match of the week is Darby versus Will Ospreay.
Okay.
That match was just fantastic. I expected it to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty pumped for it, and it delivered. That's not to say that Will Ospreay versus Ricochet didn't deliver. Mm-hmm. It delivered in a different way. It helped build this new character of Ricochet that people think he was buried on Wednesday night, and they already dropped the ball with Ricochet. I totally disagree. I think we're actually going to see Ricochet be able to shine with this character.
Okay, not bad. Mine completely different. Mine probably the one everybody overlooked, but I went with Garcia and Benjamin.
You know, man, that match was good. Danny Garcia, Shelton Benjamin was a good match.
That was good.
Shelton Benjamin's doing great work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think everything about Collision delivered.
Yeah.
Collision was my show of the week. And Collision's been consistently really, really good lately. And I think that people are sleeping on what is, week after week, one of the better wrestling shows.
I could say it's about Collision. It was good. It was my show too as well, because where they was at and how they had the little entrance ramp, the screen, everything, how the scenery looked it from a Ballstein room. That was great.
Yeah, and I turned on Ring of Honor and we're for Final Battle and for the 0 hour. And my wife, your sister, she's seen the Hammerstein Ballroom. She said, that place looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had enough people fitting.
AEW to come back there more often.
Yeah. And also, another reason why I picked that match for me is because Danny Garcia, it was a do or die match. He had to win. And he went in on that match against Shelton Benjamin. And they both were tearing each other up very good.
Yeah. I was surprised to see them give Danny the win over Shelton Benjamin.
That's why I was shocked at too. I was like, whoa, he won.
Panther, what's up, man? Panther, we just got done delivering our match of the week and show of the week. Again, recap. Match of the week for Joe was Shelton Benjamin, Danny Garcia. Match of the week for me this week was Will Ospreay, Darby Allin. Joe gave Darby his wrestler of the week. I gave the Beast Mortos my wrestler of the week. And now it brings us to show of the week. I think I've done enough foreshadowing myself. Talked about our ratings. Talked about how Dynamite was an 86. Collision was an 84. However, for me, Collision was just a bit more fun show. I enjoyed Collision a lot. It was my show of the week. I think it was the best 2 hours of wrestling this week, without question. I don't even think it was even. I'll be honest. Dynamite was close. Nothing WWE did was close.
I could say Collision was my show, but the dude, he didn't have to say boom at the beginning of the show.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit.
That was like annoying just hearing it going on for like good 5 minutes.
So,
like,
I get that the Costco guys have like this huge following. I don't know shit about the Costco guys. I don't know what the whole shtick is. Your sister researched it for me, let me know, like, hey, he was doing like real estate, like TikToks and stuff, and then all of a sudden him and his kids did the Costco thing, and that's what took off and made him famous. Just goes to show, man, one thing can make you famous. How our one thing ain't making us famous, I'm not really sure. But man, that was so annoying, and I don't think whoever booked that segment understood necessarily how annoying that would be to what I think AEW's target demo is. I understand that the Costco guys are there to bring in casual viewers of their like 7 million or whatever TikTok, whatever it is they have on TikTok. I don't know. I don't even keep up with the TikTok of the damn podcast. Is how much I don't understand TikTok. I'm in my 40s. That shit ain't for me. God, man, it's like it felt like a segment booked by Vince. Is what that segment felt like. We have someone with a catchphrase, so we just gotta get him to say the catchphrase. Ooh. Whatever it is that's happening doesn't have to make any sense in the context of the conversation. No. Just if we can get him to say "bring the boom" in every sentence, we're gonna have him say "bring the boom" in every sentence. And that shit sucked. I'm glad that I actually missed the beginning of Collision live. I started watching it because I went back and watched this morning and caught the entire show. I started off at the beginning because I wanted to catch the streamers and toilet paper being thrown at Ricochet because I didn't see it live. I just seen it on Instagram while I was watching live after it happened. And I started watching. They did the whole boom thing. Like, this is awful. Like, I don't know who that appeals to in the realm of TikTok and who their fan base is.
I don't know either.
But man, that shit was just bad.
When I turned it on, I'm like, okay, starting. I thought he was just gonna talk for like a good minute, say here, then boom, and then like, our match, boom, and then boom.
Yeah, I get that I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not a Costco guys fan, so I get that I'm not the target demo for that. But if I were not a wrestling fan, and I had been channel surfing and came to that, and also didn't know who the Costco guys were, and I saw that, I would never tune in to that program again. And I think that's probably an issue. Now, granted, they probably pulled in a bunch of casual viewers who know the Costco guys, and I get it. I might be in the minority. I totally might be the guy who doesn't get the shtick. That Panther shouting out chocolate chip cookie. So I don't understand the whole Costco guys thing. I don't get it.
I have to watch that later.
You watch it. You let me know. I'm not gonna try and figure it out. Because I just sat there. I was like, I get that it's supposed to be funny, but I don't understand how they're jokes. I get that it's supposed to be funny. Like I understand. Like he's presented. I'm supposed to laugh when the little kid called Jericho a jackass. I get that whenever the AJ dude says "bring the boom," somehow that's supposed to get me to chuckle. It didn't work. That's not. It was not funny. I don't get it.
I was waiting for Adam Cole to come out when he kept saying "boom." I'm like, okay.
It made sense in reference to Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. That was kind of funny. Like as a wrestling fan, like, I get how you worked. You worked your thing into his thing, and you made a thing. That should have been the only time they did the bring the boom thing. Should have been the only time they did it in the entire segment.
Oh, really on YouTube? Oh Lord, I gotta get my kid off of YouTube now. Thanks.
I mean, I get it. Hey man, hats off to the Costco guy, that family making money, getting famous off of it. Hey, use that shit to your advantage. Well, again, it's no hate toward them. It's just I get that I'm not the target demo. I get that it's not for me. Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's not for me. So I guess my opinion of it being bad and me saying it's bad, for me, not great. Not a great segment. Not the way I would have booked that program to start. But they did follow with Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. And if you really had to make up for that time with a match, that was the match to make up for when you opened the show. So if you hook your casuals with the Costco guys, you should have been able to keep them there with Ricochet versus Will Ospreay because that match is fantastic.
It was. But only thing I can say the downside to that match is, this is my opinion, y'all. My opinion. I think they're still trying to make it look realistic like they did back in Wrestle Kingdom, I think it was. They still try and make it be that type of match.
So I do like that I haven't even looked at any discourse of that match online, what people had to say. I think people are probably going to shit on the match for being too similar to their first viral match, and then you're going to have the other half saying it wasn't similar enough. They didn't do all the same spots, and we want to see you just do all the same spots. I like that there's variety in the way they do their matches. I like that they both still do their style. It's still a Ricochet Will Ospreay match, but it's not always the same. What I would like to see next time around, because we are converting Ricochet into more of a heel character, I would really like, as I said before Ricochet even showed up, I would like for Ricochet to approach Will Ospreay from the stance of, you wanted me here. You're going to regret wanting me here. And have Ricochet not do a Ricochet match with Will Ospreay. Have Ricochet do a technical grappling match with Will Ospreay. Totally have him switch it up. Like, have him, let's build up to their next one. Not part of this C2. Let's build up to Will Ospreay Ricochet again. And have Ricochet, take the training seriously. And he wants to impress Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley because they're legit grapplers. Bobby Lashley's an MMA fighter, undefeated in MMA. Shelton Benjamin's, one of the best collegiate wrestlers ever. So maybe you figure something out. You get Shelton Benjamin you get Ricochet partnered up with some guys who would impress Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, we won't get the new Angle, but maybe you hook him up with some other MMA fighters who are available who could do some segments with him and show him in the gym and have him shoot in for double legs and just out grapple Will Ospreay and totally switch it up because the crowd wants to see Ricochet do flippy shit. Let's have Ricochet do zero flippy things. Total mat wrestling. Ankle picks, shooting in for high crotch singles, dumping Will Ospreay, totally catch him off guard, wrestle a whole different style match, and maybe he beats Will Ospreay with a submission. Do something totally different. It had the promo be, you wanted me to be here so we could just recreate the magic we had before. I've moved on past you, Will Ospreay. This is a whole different Ricochet.
I can see it.
And with any luck, the crowd will boot him out of the arena for not doing flips.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
That's what I would do. See, you'd like it, right? When I initially picked that, you didn't like it. But now that Ricochet's turning a little heelish, now you're liking the idea.
Okay. Yeah, I'm liking it. All right. Jeez, sue me. But
Joe, you got any famous last words for the people on Sunday?
Okay. Famous last words. Okay. Famous last word. Everybody, remember, next week is the big week. There will be no wrestler of the week, no etc. You just come in with your favorite match and wrestler of the year.
We're giving out the Marquee Awards. And who's gonna get the Slurpees?
And just to be fair, because there's probably gonna be a lot of debates, I'm gonna make it easy for all of us. If you feel you got two matches and two people you can't decide, toss them out there. If you can't decide,
you can't pick. If you're gridlocked, you can have two wrestlers of the year. You can have two matches of the year. It's fine. Yeah. It's no big deal.
No big deal. There you go.
All right, everyone.
So I'm being fair.
Thank you for joining us live on Instagram on Sunday. A little earlier than normal today, but I had to be in the studio a little earlier than normal today. We'll see how things shake out. And, I think we had a great week of pro wrestling. I think AEW shined yet again. I take so much heat online, or I say week to week. AEW puts out better wrestling shows, but the ratings we give out don't lie. Granted, they are just to rate my wrestling opinion and our opinions. But hey, that's what matters. What we think matters. Everyone who joined us live on Instagram, thank you for being here. YouTube, Spotify, thank you guys as well. And we will see you tomorrow where we'll preview WWE Raw and see what they have going on, and maybe we'll make some predictions. And, of course, we'll play for When the Bell Tolls and see if anyone is going to get the time right ever. And the hope for everybody should be that Mindy gets it right, because then everybody gets something. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out.
Tomorrow.